Welcome to Center Heist Productions. It is December 21st, 2024. Please hit the likes and subscribe down in your right hand corner. Thank you to my subscribers, those who follow the channel. Please share it with your friends and family, and also you can share it in chats. You'd be doing me a huge favor. If you come across the channel, please don't leave without subscribing and hit the likes. You'd be doing the channel a huge favor. It mean a lot to me. Again, I thank you. And, you can leave your comments on these episodes as well. Just keep them uh, kosher, respectable. That's all we ask on this channel. As we've built a channel that's here 2 years now, and it's built on integrity of. I, I like it being kind of an honest type channel. Giving you insight and reviews of the Habs games. And I try to, you'll notice, I avoid Rumorville as much as possible. Not one to just jump on every last rumor going. It's not my gig. Um, and I don't falsely advertise either with clickbait. All right. So as we see, this is the review of last night, Montreal going into Detroit, and Alexandra Courier's debut with the Habs. All right, so a lot in this, and we'll go into the stats first, and we'll talk about the game as we go. Final score: Montreal 4-3 over the Wings. This is huge because the Habs need at least that game. They need it, and they at least need to win the next two. Detroit again tonight, and then Columbus. They have to win those games if they want to, so-called, put pressure on uh, the race for the wild card. But I mean, the mix, let's say. I wouldn't say the wild card, but just to put a little heat on the heels of the wild card runners. All right, so Montembeault gets the victory. Here's how it breaks down. Habs and the Wings each score 2 goals in the first period. No scoring in the second. Montreal gets 2 goals, and the Wings get one in the third period. And Montreal hangs on in the dying couple minutes for a 4-3 victory. Talbot took the loss, but and Patrick Lonnie once again gets the game-winning goal, and a power play goal again. It was. All right, so here's how it goes. Patrick Lonnie scored a power play goal with 7:58 remaining to lead the Montreal Canadiens past the Detroit Red Wings on Friday night. Lanny's shot from the left side broke defenseman Mort Seider's stick and got past goaltender Cam Talbot's glove. Jake Evans scored a shorthanded goal and added an assist in his 300th career game. Emil Heineman also had a goal and an assist, while Arbor Jacki scored his first goal of the season. Sam Montembeault stopped 25 uh, shots. First star, Patrick Lonnie, goal -1. He was, it just shows you, even with a good night, you can still come out in the plus minuses on the opposite end a bit. Arbor Jacki was the second star. He had a goal and he was a +1. Third star was uh, Ramus Musson, and he had 2 assists for a +2 for the Wings. First period, here's how the game starts. 7:09. What a wicked wrist shot. This shot was clocked at somewhere like 85 to 90 kilometers an hour. That's a lot of guys shot. That's a lot of guys slap shot. This was Emil Heineman taking a wrist shot. He's got a lot of power in that shot. I'm totally impressed. What a bomb! Just to get it up to that pep. I mean, that was just he just shot off a missile. His seventh goal of the season at 7:09, assisted by Jake Evans and Mike Matheson. 13:27, Patrick Kane, of course, finds, Patrick Kane style. He can find the littlest hole, and he puts it in and ties this game up. At 13:27, assisted by Andrew Kopp and DeBrincat. And then at 18:31, Jake Evans. What a nice shorthanded goal. He strips the puck off the defenseman and takes off. They couldn't catch him. And he outmaneuvers Talbot and scores a shorthanded goal for his 6th season in his 300th career game. At 19:27, Joe Valeno scores his third goal of the season to tie things back up. So it was a very short-lived lead by the Habs, assisted by Jeff Petrie and Michael Ramussin. Then we go into the second, no scoring. Then um, we get the third period starts, and of course, big error made by uh, Hudson, 140. Tyler Mott scores and puts, assisted by Ramussin, and we paid the price for Lane getting a little too fancy in this. That pairing had trouble on a couple goals. They were, yeah, definitely exposed. Um, but anyway, Mott. So that put the Wings up ahead of Montreal. But then we get a nice passing play with that fourth line again involved again. Armia and Heineman assisting Jacki, who let off his missile, and it was in there before the goaltender could even pick up on it. Nice. We know that Jackie's got power in his shot, so it's good to see him get a goal because he's been working so hard. He's come a long ways in a short span of time. 8:42, that ties the game. Then at 12:02, finally, Patrick Lonnie, seventh power play goal. That's crazy. In just his short few games back, it's just really wow. And assisted by Lane Hudson and Cole Caulfield on the power play. All right, so this was nice too. Montreal finally gets in the 30s for shots. 33-28 in favor of the Montreal Canadiens, 12 hits apiece. Face-offs were 31 apiece. This game was very close. Power plays, Montreal 1 for 2. Red Wings 0 for 4, which is kind of shocking because they had a pretty good power play. Penalty minutes 8-4. Montreal's got to bring that down. They can't keep going in that route and expect victories. They just got to keep it. It's not bad, but you want to keep it down. So 8-4 in favor of Montreal. Giveaways 15 apiece. Takeaways 4-2 for Montreal. Block shots. Actually, the Wings out did Montreal in this department in blocking shots. That's usually Montreal's better, specialty. We only had, so it was 13-9 for the Wings. Penalty summary, of course, first period. High sticking, 2 minutes to Kirby Doc. He's got to get control on that. Second period, Patrick Lonnie took one for a hooking, 2:55. He tried his damnedest not to hook him, but he just could not keep up with Sider, and he lost a step on him. 10:45, Slavkovsky takes it. You could tell Slav was pissed when he took this penalty, and he just had one too many shots. I think it was it a Sider? I think so. But anyway, he just drilled him with a cross check and he got caught. And it was a retaliation because he was getting bounced off the boards. So he got a little pissed. Good. I like when Slav gets pissed, but he's got to just watch his retaliations. Christian Fisher, 15:59, 2 minutes for cross checking. And then the third period, Joe Valeno, 10:33, 2 minutes for holding. Caden Gooley gets one at 16:07, 2 minutes for holding. And that is your game. Game, good solid game. I mean, wow. And the shot by Patrick Lonnie on the power play, again, one of his specialties. You're not stopping it. It's got so much power, and he pinpoints it. Goal scorer specialty. So a lot of bombs dropped by the Canadians, and one out of the four with Evans out maneuvering the defense, breakaway, out out speeding the defenseman, and then maneuvering out Talbot, stripping him until he opened his legs and he put it in. That was the only one. The other three were all bombs. Real good shots, all three of them. Heineman, Jacki, and Lonnie. What could you say? This, and we'll talk about immediately Alexander Carrier's first game wearing number 45, paired up with Caden Gooley. This was a good pairing, really solid in the first game. It's crazy. I feel bad for Barron, but this was a good trade for Montreal. It brought the stability just in one game. You could see the difference he made having a veteran defenseman back there. He played. He's mucks it up on the boards, wins board battles. And he's not an overly huge guy, but you can see the experience in his game and knows where to be, knows where to pass it. A lot more poise in his game. Like I say, defensively a much sounder, all round better game, and pairs up with Caden Gooley nicely. Um, Jack Guy and Savard, I like that pairing together. They were all right. I think this was one of a little bit of slippage, nothing major, because really the first pairing was where the slippage was, and it's sad because they do so much offensively. I love what Lane does offensively. The no and ifs and buts. Um, Even Matheson, he does some special things offensively as well. But boy, defensively, those two got exposed horrendously last night. Um, that was the weakest pairing as far as being exposed. Just trying to be too fancy. Lane really got caught a few times being not getting either trying to be too pretty and both of them not getting the puck out. And I think that happened to even Savard once where he just didn't get the puck out. They got to get better at getting the puck out of their own end. That's when they get burnt. But several miscues by that first pairing, not getting the puck out and being too fancy, and they got burnt every time. So that was the weak pairing, unfortunately. And now, thank God, they do a lot positively, offensively on power plays and stuff like that. And we know that. But that's the thing that's going to happen. And I hope Marty gets through to them. Stop. It's young, nothing huge. That Lane won't learn not to be so pretty and just look at his partner when he's open. Stop trying to make the extra move. Sometimes that's not the best choice. You just get a little too, try to be too cute. And that's what it was a case of. But thankfully, what I liked about this game, they all hung in, they stuck together. And honestly, good team effort. Really good. Monty had a solid game. Um, the whole team played much more solid. I love that fourth line. That Heineman, Evans, Armia line that is a beautiful line. They work hard. And they're really that was like the first line. They set the tone last night, and they've been doing that quite a bit. This line has been between them and line three have been they've been setting the pace. It's those two lines really, when you look at it all season long, they've been better than the first two lines. It's kind of crazy, but it's the truth um, for depth lines. But that fourth line was awesome. What can I say? I can't say enough about Emil Heineman. I'm just so happy that when we all pretty much. I mean, I was close to giving up on him. Some people gave up on him. Nice to see. This kid had a lot. Ken Hughes. See, that shows you a trade Ken Hughes won on. And then you look at the trade of the Barron trade where he lost. Now, I wanted to get into that dilemma. Barron, I think, still has plenty of time to be developed, and I seen progression in his game, but was very soft, and that's what he just could not uh, work his way into staying in the lineup and making the difference enough difference in his game. He's just it caught up to him, but I did see positives. So I think. If anything, we know Nashville develops good defensemen, and I think there's still a chance for Barron. And I think without the Montreal pressure, it's probably going to be better for him personally. And there's God knows, maybe they can turn him into something because he's got talent. We know that offensively he's gifted. He's just got to get the rest, two or three other areas cleaned up. And maybe without the pressure, it works. But if anybody can do it, develop a defenseman, we know it's Nashville. So anyway, that being said, I love the trade as well. I hate to say it's not the slam baron, but Carrier, it's day and night. It's day and night. What he brings to the team, it's exactly what we needed. And especially when we got rid of Kovacevic prematurely, because we wouldn't even have had made a trade yet, like that way, if Kovacevic was still here. But anyway, Carrier does the job, brings beautiful experience. I love this guy's. I like his game. I was really sold on his game. I mean, just looking at it, the very first game, I'm shocked that I'm saying this, but I was like, wow, we won on that trade easily already. He just looked that poised and experienced and just fit nicely and settle things nicely. Him and Cooley, wow, they just automatically, for just being paired together, looked great together. That was definitely by far our best defense pairing in the game, being solid in their own end. So good game overall. They battled, and but boy, oh boy, um, yeah. I mean, what Lane's doing with that power play is just crazy. What a difference that's making. And I mean, it's kind of weird to say that we're we're actually not as far out as we thought. I mean, you win these next two games. I think it's crucial tonight to get game two against Detroit and get the game against Columbus just to be in the picture at all, just to be, a visual in the mirror for some of these teams that are in the wild card area. Will be in the visual of their, rear view mirror. That would be nice to have a, on the heels. I mean, mind you, I like that top five pick too. But I tell you this much: there's no doubt we got to get a goaltender. Um, there's no way I can see. I mean, Monty's going to be playing every night. That's just too much, and I don't want to disturb the two goalies down in Laval yet. You could wait till next season for that. Um, I think we got to get a goaltender by trade deadline, mind you, because there's no way Monty can keep going at this pace of playing all the games. But great team game. Totally impressed. Congratulations to the Habs. That was a team win. And that's what they got to do. Seen some improvement in Slav's game. Bit by bit, we're seeing him starting to pick it up a bit more. Doc looked a little better, picking it up a bit more. He was actually starting to try to be physical. It's coming. It's slow, very slow. It's coming. Um, and for some damn reason, adding the speed to the second line works, and adding the size to the first line. The Slav works better on the first line, and I think Newhook does something with that second line a little more. However, that 5-on-5 is where they got to. It's still going to take some time, but boy, that line four is just gorgeous. What more? And Jack, I'm so proud of where this kid has come. Um, it was kind of scary there for the first while at the beginning of the season, for that stretch that he was going through his rough patch. He is looking so much more like um, closing in on being, veteran style. He's just looks more relaxed, not panicky. He's playing the gap better. He's just playing positional hockey much better, waiting for his moments, getting the puck out really well, setting up his boys, and just I like the fact that he's really being smart of sitting back while if his partner takes off, he's back there. So he's got that in his mindset, and I think he's learning that from David Savard. So I think that's why I think David's good for Arbor. But I have to commend Arbor. Good job. Keep it up. You're using your smarts. There's a time that you can always get, retribution on players and stuff like that. But play hockey because you're a damn good hockey player. And I think they're turning you in, showing you what you can actually do. Coaching wise, Marty may be creating quite a hell of a defenseman with why he wants Arbor to play a certain way. Now, I still like Arbor with his edge, and that's what I like about Arbor. He brings an edge, but it's enough to send the message that you're not just walking in here, but he's using his intelligence, not taking foolish penalties. So great job, Habs. Let's go tonight and win. Go, Habs, go. And you seen it here first on Center Heights Productions, where the puck drops first. And we will be back after tonight's game with the Wings coming to Montreal, and let's hope that was that was a good hockey game. That game could have went either way, but Montreal never gave up. That's what I liked. The poise. They never, even when they were behind by one, they stayed poised, confidence, and they kept pushing, and that's what they got to do. Team wins. That's what we got to do from here on in. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit the likes, and share, and we'll catch you in the next episode. God bless.